I'm going to start this off with a bet. If I am totally wrong and you've never seen any of these issues on a YouTube tutorial, give me a thumbs down, write in the comments section, and you can be as abusive as you want. I will not take down your comments. Yeah, I am that confident. But if you have seen these issues and the advice actually helps streamline your YouTube tutorials, give me a thumbs up, tell me about it, talk about other channels, and what the hell, you can still be as abusive as you want. Hi, I'm Ken Lewis from Tomasi Studios, and this is part 1 of how to make the best YouTube tutorial you can. YouTube tutorials, or how-to videos, are insanely popular right now. It's actually possible to learn any number of skills for little to no money in the comfort of your own home. And also, as a maker of things, knowing that people are actually going out and doing things for themselves is a big indicator that people are not as lazy as some would have us believe. I mean, if people are learning how to do stuff, that means they're actually doing stuff. But just like everything on the internet, there is good information and bad information. This video is for people who have good information and want to present it in the best possible way. Section 1. Get to the damn point. I never said these were all going to be nice. I know that the official YouTube phrase is edit brutally, but that's not what you're screaming when you're trying to learn something and the person's brain suddenly goes on a spacewalk. Is it? So with that in mind, get to the damn point. Subsection 1. No one cares about your personal life in a tutorial. We all know that social media is all about personal aggrandizement, but this is about teaching a skill, not servicing your ego or self-worth. And keep in mind, a positive review of your video will also service your ego and self-worth. So stay on task for the love of all that is holy, please. I could keep going on, but I should just get to the damn point. Get to the damn point, subsection 2. Understand how urgently people watching the video need the information. For example, I have these two videos. How to build a coal forge for under $40 and Daz 3D how to fix a sudden empty smart content. One involves actually building a physical object and the other one is a software issue. I have a wide range of skills, but nobody cares about my personal life, so I should get to the damn point. Building a physical object is a slow process, especially when it's a custom build or a life hack. There's a lot more setup involved. You have to tell people, okay, you're going to need to buy these things to build this thing. It's a slow process. So when you're doing a video like this, it's okay to take your time. People need a shopping list. People need to take the time with you. And because of that, you can show a little more personality, and it's also more acceptable to be on camera. You are trying to establish a rapport between you and the person watching. These videos also tend to be a little longer because the actual real-time state of urgency is just less, as opposed to some kind of computer error that probably just happens and the person wants it to be fixed right this second. When I do a video like this, I am rarely on camera. I just do a voiceover. Get it in, get it done, get the problem fixed. There's no time for banter, there's no time for jokes, literally just get the job done. I know that YouTubers get the advice, make your videos longer to increase possible watch time, and thus improve your YouTube ranking. And that is true. But my advice is to get all the essentials up front, and then after all that, go into more details if you really want to stretch out your timeline. As long as the details are relevant, you should be perfectly fine. Part 2. Establishing authority. The best thing about YouTube is also the worst thing. Anyone can post and claim they know what they're talking about. You need to prove to them that you know the subject matter that they want to learn, which leads to establishing authority, subsection 1, intros and intro graphic. My intro graphics are definitely longer than average at about 15 seconds, but because most of my videos are tutorials on 3D animation, and the intros are made with 3D animation, I'm starting a video with an example of my work. It's the concept of show don't tell at its most basic level. My advice is when making your intros, think of some way to visually display the skills involved. Don't just say, hey, I know what I'm doing. Subsection 2, no random noises. This is more of an editing problem as much as anything. I can't tell you how many times I have lost faith in someone because they started making random noises like, That doesn't establish authority. That doesn't make you sound smart. Neither does smacking your lips or farting or snapping your fingers or yelling at your dog or whatever. We are all guilty of this. The way you actually fix it is doing multiple takes of the same line. I usually do about 3 to 5 takes of every line you've heard today. And when you're editing, take those sounds out. And after you've started the editing process and you may have to do a takeover again, do it. It is always better to take more time on a video and be late than to show a video you are not proud of. Subsection 3. Always write a script. I have saved the most important tip for last. Writing a script will keep you organized and help you avoid all the problems I've been talking about. I am in fact reading off a script right now. Also, storyboarding can be very helpful. Actually using visual examples of what you want to do. And I know storyboarding is more of an animation trick than anything else, but personally I find it's a great way to stay organized. And when you're writing your script, you can do things like acknowledge the fact that you have certain limitations. For example, to maintain this sort of announcer voice, I have to take a big deep breath every time because I'm actually exhaling faster than normal. When I write my scripts, I'll actually push enter a couple of times to separate certain lines. That's my signal to take another deep breath so I can maintain this sort of radio voice. Also acknowledge that some people have certain problems saying certain words. Another great thing about actually writing a script is you can actually acknowledge if you have problems saying certain words. It might be an accent thing, it might just be your problem. Full confession, if I have too many W's in a sentence, I kind of mumble a little bit. We all have our own special stuff. But because I wrote a script, I know that I can simply avoid those, use different words, and fix the problem without anybody even knowing there was a problem. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you learned something. And of course, if you didn't, feel free to send me those abusive comments. Remember, your abusive comments is the only way I will learn.